SENIAC, and welcome back to another episode of Overfreight here in Roblox, a game where you must create your very own cargo train network to transport all different goods to different industries to produce even more goods, then transport them to cities for the residents of these big cities to enjoy. It's basically Transport Fever 2, but in Roblox. Now, in the last episode, we kind of set ourselves up nicely to kind of understand and pretty much learn how to play the game, where we pretty much created this glorious log run, which then produced planks. Let me just get out of here real quick. Which then it took the planks to produce goods, and then the goods get sent to the big city, boys, where they're then sold for a huge profit. Now, this game doesn't have the economy yet. It's still new. It's something the developers are going to be adding at some point in the future. But I thought today, why don't we just take it a step further? Why don't we go bigger and better than we've ever done before? And by that, I mean one episode ago. So before we get into it, I just want to say, if you enjoyed this, want to see more of it, smash that like button down below, subscribe if you are new. Also, check out the SENIAC plushes, which are available on SENIAC.com, guys. Just saying right now, link in the description. But what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go and view the industry map. Now, there's been some updates since the previous one, but looking around right now, we now finally can find out what the cities want. They accept goods, glass planes, steel beams, electronics, and all other types of cargo. Now, what I'm more interested about right now is the electronics. I feel like that's going to be like an end game product that you need to make. Also going to be a very high valuable product that you need to make. And with me just quickly running around the map, the only place I can kind of find out where we produce at this minute electronics is here. This is, if I run over to it right now, which is just here, it's called Low Quality USB Chargers Manufacturing Plant. It's a mouthful. It is a mouthful right now. But to produce electronics, this requires iron ingots, copper ingots, and sand. It requires 3 products. Now, one product, sand, is easy to get, but I think the ingots, I'm not sure if we need to smelt them. Now, if I run up here real quick, there is a smelter over here, which turns iron ore into iron ingots. So I need to have, and this is crazy, you could see this as a level 3 product. It requires 1 level 1 product and 2 level 2 products at the same time. And then we got to distribute this to a city. This is going to be a big setup, boys. This really is. So I need sand, which to get sand, there's some sand just here. That's really easy. The iron ingots, which we need to bring iron ore into here, which iron ore, was it down here? Did I see something down here? That's copper. It's copper ore. So we need, where do we get copper ingots from? Hold on right now, boys. So over there, we've got iron ore. So iron ore to here to ingots. Copper ore. Oh, that's copper ore as well. Okay, where is a smelter for copper? Right. Ooh. Over there. Okay, that's really far. And then sand's just there. Guys, this is going to be so complex. This is actually, there's a copper one over here really close. This is going to be so complex. Right, let's start super simple then, okay? Let's start super simple. So over here, we have the smelter, which produces copper ingots. And just over here, we have the ore place to produce the copper ore. So let's start here then, boys. We'll create a new piece of track and we'll go medium speed. I think that will be pretty fine. And can I bring it up here? I think that is going to be okay. A nice little bridge, la-di-da, and then straight in. Oi, to here. Right, are you not going to work? Hold on. There, and then there to here. Boom. Nice. So I can now create a vehicle. So new vehicle right now, and we'll add a bunch of cars on. Doesn't really matter at this minute in time. Drop you down. Vehicles are now on the line. So it'll now go and get the copper ore to bring it to the smelter to create copper ingots. Right. that is one product created. Now, back into the industry map, we do have coal here, and we need to take the coal to, and I think we're doing this, if I'm not mistaken, all the way over here. So we cross over, we've got to run all the way into the background. So I know there is a factory up on the hill. So where is the the copper place here? So the iron place. Here is the iron place. So we create a new track and we go from here, and then we've got to run it, if I'm not mistaken, all the way up to just up here, as you can now see. So if I can get this to run smoothly as it will allow me. So bam, we'll just go to there. And then good job there is no economy right now, because I would be poor. A nice little bridge. Run this all the way up again. Right, keep it going. It's going to create a tunnel. Of course it is, boys. Of course it is right now. And then bring this directly into here. Boom. Nice. Right. Vehicle. New vehicle. We're going to add a bunch of cars to it right now. There we go. There we go. Drop you on. That's then 2 products. Then done, mates. Nice. Nice. So now I've got to bring the copper ingots and the iron ingots all the way over here, as well as sand. And I've then got to get the goods out of here to deliver it to a city. Now, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this, because I've just realized at the same time, I don't know, because that's 4 things. So I don't know how this is going to work. So if I brought you out to here, I brought you out to there, and I brought you out to there. Now, the reality of this is that it's going to bring all 3 in at once. Now, how do I get it? Because I need 4. How do I tell, like, yo, don't go this way, go this way? I'm wondering if I can make one of these merge into one, which I think might be the way to go about it. That's what we might need to do. So if I run up real quick this hill, and then we're going to start with this one over here. So coming off this, now I don't know, if I'm being completely honest with you, how I'm getting this down here. So apparently it's too steep. So we're going to see quite a dramatic drop going on right now. Oh, it creates a tunnel. Okay, that's kind of awkwardly helped me out. Very awkwardly. So that's in. And again, it's gone to create another tunnel. I don't know why. It's just the land, how it is. But I'm not going to play around with it. We'll keep it like that. So then, could I use... I'm sure the sand thing is nearby. Is this the one for sand? This is coal. Where was the sand one? Is it you? Are you sand? Yes, you are. So we know we need to go. We know we got to bring sand up as well. So let's just kind of turn this real quick, and then run this going all the way up. To be honest with you, you might be able to run it through a big tunnel system to get to here, which we obviously can. So that's a big tunnel system we've got now on the go. And this is my question. Do I now merge them together or what? I think there's a way in which we can kind of do this. I think there is an actual way. So if I deleted this bit of the track here, and I'll keep that as it is there, and then I go to create. Now we can set up a one-way system, which might work in our favor. So I'm going to delete you again. Right, I don't want to delete the game. We're underground mode. Underground mode, nice. Right, delete you, delete you, delete you. Right, I've got an idea on how this could work. If it doesn't work, then hey-ho, there we go. Hey-ho, there we go. So bring you to there. So my idea is now going to be, if I go to create, and if I go from this to here, right, still want it. No, okay, we're all good. We're all good, boys. We're all good. I want to also be able to bring this into there as well. So that's our merging connection point. Now, if I bring it further down to, let's say, around about here, right, I'm then going to see if I can create a one-way customizer in just a minute. So if I'm going to bring you straight into there, and then if I come off this, and then I need to be able to bend this around. Now, I'm only going to utilize just this one side to do this system, if that makes sense. But then to come back, I don't think this is going to work. Right, ignore me, because I feel like I might have messed slightly up, but I've got to do this somehow. So it needs to kind of come back on itself. Right, bear with me. Bear with me a second, boys. So off this here, I need that to connect to there and then run you to here. Right, we are hoping that we do now. Let me cancel that. A one-way system. So when you're coming down here, you're having to go on that set of tracks to then come back down on this set. I know what you're thinking. SENIAC, you have done this the most awkward way possible. And I will say this right now, I agree. I agree. So now I've got to figure out, how do I get two sets of trains to work with this? So a new vehicle, add a bunch of cars right now. There we go. I'm going to add a stop, which is here. And then the second stop is here. So by that logic, the train should only go back and forth to those two places. And it will utilize the one-way system very, very well. Right, there we go. Put the train on. Another one. And then we do the same again. And the sand place is just down here. How far away have I got to go? There. Right, I'm hoping that this is going to work. I am hoping that this is going to work. Add a bunch of cars to this. There we go. And then put you in this one. So technically it's going to share the same line for a little bit until it gets to the crissy-crossy point there. That's what we're hoping. That is what we are hoping right now it's going to do. Now, very awkward. We're almost getting all of our product. Now, I've got to create the world's biggest line all the way to where we're producing the copper ingots. And that's going to be huge. Now, my question is, though, first, which city are we delivering the goods to? I think this city over there is pretty big. Where have I got to get this from, by the way? It's all the way over here, isn't it? Oh, it's so far. Okay, now I'm realizing how far away this actually is. So track will go from here, and I'll just kind of like low-key like turn it. There we go. And I'm just going to run this as far as I can right now, okay? So seems to work to this point. Confirm. Right, it's going to be ugly, this, okay? All I'm going to say, I'm going to go through this as a tunnel, by the way. It's going to be really ugly, but just deal with it for just a hot min. Deal with it for a hot min. There we go. And then from there, we got to bring it right round. So we got to do this in stages. So there's the true trains right now. Actually working the way I kind of hoped it would. And then that goes there. And then this one is the one that's going to run back to the city, which we're going to take in this direction. We're going to take in this direction. So bring it to there. And then we're going to have to technically go around our current train network, which is fairly easy to do. And then we're going to have to bring this down. Right, I'm trying to build it in stages so the elevation can kind of change naturally with it. Up to then here. Yikes. Yikes. So, with that said, I'm going to run back now because all the train track is now done. It's now just technically getting the trains in. I know this is wild, and I know it makes no sense, and I know there is no organization here, okay? I don't mind about that at the moment. Oh, these get a little bit too close, don't they? I think we'll be okay. So, let me now get a train. So, new train. Add a bunch of cars. Now, I don't need to tell them where they need to go because I think... No, I don't think. I know. We don't need to worry because the lines don't go anywhere else. So they're both now on there. So in reality, we have now done everything required for us to now produce electronics. It's just a case of waiting for all the goods to come in so I can produce the electronics. Now, this is where the waiting game is now a waiting game. So I think the first train that will come back with some goods on board will be the sand train. I'm not sure where that is. It's here. It's going to be the first one to pick up the goods right now. And then it should all come together. Right. Give me one memento. So a little bit of time has now passed by. And we've got in storage sand and iron ingots. So all we're now requiring is some copper ingots. We got some notifications down below. I'm not quite sure what's going on right now. I think it's the trains I was messing around with that are kind of like, you know, doing some jazzy stuff. But I think the train with the copper ingots is here. Right, ignore these notifications, guys. I was messing around with some trains just a minute ago, and I think I've now derailed all of them. So that's now bringing in the, like I said, the copper ingots. Now, we've now got to look out for the train that is transporting the electronics, which that is going to be coming from this line here, which I don't know where that train actually now is. So as I run across the bridge all the way over there right now, let me double check that these notifications aren't for that train that's now technically broken. Is it? Did I put that train on? Right, ignore these trains because I do need to kind of like get rid of them and delete them. And also delete you as well. I was messing around with some stuff over here, and I've seemed to have got all my trains completely stuck. More importantly, though, where is the train that was meant to deliver the electronics? Because that, I'm not sure where that is. Now, the copper ingots, are now making their way in. So once they unload, we can now technically start producing electronics. So I think one of the trains that I did just delete happened to be the electronic train. So what do I do here? Do I wait until it starts producing? It has everything required. It's just the production time is like 50 seconds. So if I put this, for example, over, let's say I put it about halfway. By the time it gets there, it should be about 50 seconds. So boom, there we go. That is now there. So now we truly wait. And I'm going to delete some of that train track over here because I think that's going to be a problem with my trains getting lost. So we officially have 10 tons of electronics. Where's that train? Right, it's taking its sweet, sweet time. I can ride the train. And you can see the kilometers that it's now facing. So hopefully this is a medium speed track as well. So it's not high speed. It's like a medium speed. So hopefully that should work in our favor. So as it approaches, there's still only 10 tons available because of how long it takes to produce. It's every 50 seconds. Unless it can produce another 10 tons by the time it's here. But it's officially loaded up right now with 10 tons of electronics. So now it's transporting to the big city. So now in the, I can't even speak right now, the electronics train, can't even speak English right now. Making our way through the tunnel, boys, which is kind of glitching out pretty badly right now. And here we are, we've now made it to its final destination. Hello. Where we will now unload, and it finally got delivered, the electronics. Nice. The train is speaking to me, boys. It says, hi there. Hi there, train. How are you doing? Electronics has now been delivered. So that there is probably one of the most complex systems out of everything that you have to build in all of this. And we've done it. It's not pretty, but the electronics eventually get to their destination. Now, I wonder how many electronics are now ready to be picked up again by the next train that arrives. Let's just quickly find out. There is now waiting 30 tons. Nice, nice. And more stuff is coming in. So the more I play the game, the more I learn how the game works, and hopefully I can build proper networks. So until next time, boys, I'll end it here. If you did enjoy this, please smash the like button down below. And until next time, I will see you all soon. So goodbye.